Drake called out T-Pain. He said that T-Pain resents him. He says, quote unquote, "Guy always had resentment for me. You hear it every time he speaks on my name." This is Drake talking about T-Pain in reaction to a brand new T-Pain interview. Bless you. On the Crash Dummies podcast. Shout out to the Crash Dummies podcast. Great podcast. They had T-Pain on. They don't even ever have guests on the podcast, but T-Pain's a fan of the podcast. They had him on as special guest. I think it was during one of his concert shows on the stage before it started or after it started, after it ended. T-Pain spoke about Drake during this. He was talking about retirement and the concept of retirement. And then he went and mentioned one thing I learned from Drake, and the one thing he hasn't followed, his own words. Drake said, "I want to be one of the people that gracefully bow out and not get kicked out." Drake said this was a quote of his during the Lil Yachty interview, and Lil Yachty interviewed Drake, I think like about 2 years ago now on the beach. Good interview. Drake was talking about retirement though.
You've been talking about it for
T-Pain is alluding to, and he says it in an interview where he says that Drake keeps dropping music. It keeps dropping music and keeps trying to like get a hit, basically, or keeps trying to, oh, I'm still here. I'm still doing this. I'm still doing this. That's currently has been happening after the beef. And he says that Drake hasn't taken his own advice. I disagree with T-Pain completely.
You do?
I think T-Pain is an idiot here. Why? For two reasons. One reason is this. He's quoting Drake talking about retirement. Drake was never talking about if I ever fucking he's talking about rappers, old rappers who when they get kicked out, it's not because they lost like a rap beef, etc. They get kicked out because it's like, oh, your time is up. Like we don't want to hear another, you know what I'm saying? Like currently what's happening with Lil Wayne. He might be getting kicked out right now. People don't want to hear another Lil Wayne album. They shit on a new one, right? This happens with these rappers when they get older, Instead of doing that, some rappers decide to do what? Retire. Gracefully bow out. Like a Joe Budden. Jay-Z's had his moments, even though Jay-Z's still current, right? And at the same time, who really retires? Drake wanted to retire at 30. He'd been, you know what I'm saying? The time is up. He said that. Look at him now. Now, if we're talking about the beef right now, I don't think Drake got kicked out. I think Drake is just taking his time with it more than I expected him to do. Because if he is dropping music, and if you're gonna drop the music, then that makes me feel like, okay, let's speed up the time. Then if you are gonna take a long pause, don't drop shit at all. Or you dropping some stuff. Oh, it's not major? What the fuck? But then to even say that, right? Oh, he's dropping this. This is not sticking. That's not sticking. Again, T-Pain's wrong again. Drake's not retired. Drake had Nokia. You go outside, it's still one of the biggest songs right now. Oh, it didn't go to number one. Like, I thought it was going to go number one. It didn't go number one. But facts are facts. You go outside, it's one of the hottest songs. Like, it's one of the hottest songs this year. Mm-hmm. It's a hit record after the beef. Now, to ignore that fully is ridiculous. So, I know somebody loves, like the Party Next Door song and Drake, they play that shit everywhere. We're going to ignore that? So, Pusha T, T-Pain, I kind of understand what Drake's saying. Like, the resentment. It feels like resentment. Because for him to say that comes off inaccurate. Like, Drake's not currently kicked out. Drake, like, that's not what's happening here. I think he's just making fucked up decisions. He keeps fucking up these decisions. But let's not act like he's dropping songs with the intention of them being a hit. That's not the case. Nokia was not dropped as a single for the album. Nokia became popular after the album came out. And he was like, okay, I'll make it a single, I'll do a video to it. Because people knew, first listen, oh, this is a hit this is a hit. What the fuck is this crazy? That's a collaborated album, an R&B album with Party Next Door. He's not releasing songs yet for the intention. Even the fucking the leaked shit from what that shit was called. Those songs that were on his Finsta that he dropped on his website. Even those records, he wasn't fully pushing them. Like, oh, this is the one to get out of here. Those songs didn't even have cover arts. They weren't even on DSPs for a while. Like, he hasn't fully put his energy towards what it seems like he's doing with Iceman, this solo album that's coming. and we might get singles and videos, all that shit with that, right? First, give Drake the chance when he does that fully and goes deep into that, the full intention, you feel that, like that's something that, and then it doesn't stick, then I'll be like, okay, it feels like, okay, he's getting kicked out, the graceful bow out. But to count him out, especially T-Pain saying it, to me is ridiculous. It's ridiculous because even T-Pain himself, I wouldn't count T-Pain out. T-Pain is still T-Pain to me. I know T-Pain has the ability to drop a hit record. Still. He recently technically had one with Damn I Love with Glorilla. And then before that, he had one with Tory Lanez.
You still feel this way even though your Nokia take was wrong?
It was wrong, but what didn't it go number 2?
No.
Where did it go? Number 3?
I think 3 was the highest.
That's still huge. Niggas gonna act like that's not still number 3?
You're ignoring
It's the
T-Pain's
timing.
premise, though.
If the Kendrick Lamar songs were out at that time, obviously Nokia hits number 1.
But then again, you're ignoring T-Pain's premise. His premise is you should have listened to yourself because ChatGPT is amazing. ChatGPT in 2015, Drake said, I want to retire from rap at a certain point because I don't want to age like these other niggas. He said in an interview. And I want to leave gracefully because I don't want my whole life to be about rap. And there's a bunch of songs, Over My Dead Body, a bunch of other songs where he's like, hey, I want to be able to leave this shit on top.
Yeah.
If we're going by that metric that he has set for himself throughout his career, T-Pain's absolutely right. He failed because you're not on top right now. Kendrick's higher than you. Your argument is he could come back and be on top. We have yet to see that. If it doesn't happen with Iceman, then T-Pain was right. You didn't leave gracefully. You didn't get your chance to bow out on top.
But that energy comes off as like it's a permanent kick out because niggas have been permanently kicked out of this shit.
No, I agree. I don't think he's been
that has
permanently
not
kicked
happened
out.
with Drake at all.
Yeah, but I think the argument is he's been kicked out of the number 1 spot forever. Like he's not gonna reach what he once was again.
But he's still.
He can have glimpses of it, but I don't think he's coming back to that. I think that's T-Pain's argument. It's haterish.
I don't think that's T-Pain's argument. T-Pain's argument to me came off as if the energy was like, yo, like, oh my God, like he's like I don't want to be like that. Like I took like the advice. Like I don't want to, like as if he was kicked out of that type of situation or like that predicament. Like he, like not just a Drake level, but like even a T-Pain. Oh, what's going on? Special surprise. We got Earl in the building.
Oh shit!
What's going on, brother?
Niggas alive, bro. Wow.
What's good? Come on, man. You're good. You're good.
Alive,
Put the camera in the chub corner real quick. Got a quick
That was great. I thought it was Eric for a second.
This nigga's alive, though.
Got a quick chub corner reunion.
Christ, look at this.
Yeah, I know Malu hurt over there. He's like, where you been, nigga?
Now I got less space now.
Mad less leg room.
Yeah.
Got Erlen real quick. Round of applause. We got the chub corner little reunion. For those who don't remember, little throwback.
That's all you get.
Podcast throwback. You know what I'm saying? But what the fuck we saying? I disagree. I feel like he's talking about like Drake is not even. I don't think he's talking about just the Drake level. I think he's talking about like getting kicked off like as if he's not hot at all.
Yeah.
And
that's hater. That's
I
hater.
disagree with that.
I disagree as well.
Because we're not gonna act like Nokia didn't exist. Like the energy when T-Pain's talking, he's making it seem as if Nokia doesn't exist.
Yeah.
It's like that's why I was like, did Drake retire? Like I don't remember Drake retired. Like what are you talking about?
You don't know what the thing
like
is.
what is
too,
T-Pain
bro?
talking about?
Let's be honest, bro. The shit that rings at our parties ain't ringing at theirs.
At the T-Pain party.
At whatever parties they be fucking at.
No.
No,
And
that's
Nokia.
true.
I think Nokia's playing everywhere.
Nigga, no, I don't know, bro.
Nokia rings where young people are at. It's a very young party song. Like it's like a Jersey beat young person song, like techno.
I can see old niggas turn up to Nokia. What the fuck?
I'm not saying they won't.
Sexy.
I'm not saying they won't. I'm saying, are they really playing shit like that?
So if they're not playing Nokia, what's another song they're playing?
I think there's a lot
They're
of
playing Nokia. You niggas is stupid right now. I'm sorry. The niggas is playing Nokia, bro.
Nigga, them old niggas are playing that shit.
I think
no.
I think a lot of niggas are riding on nostalgia right now.
Playing
Like,
older stuff?
This is and like Corva has told me this. A lot of DJs have had this problem. They're only playing old shit because it's the only thing that's making people want to dance.
It's not good music no more. Not as much.
It's not to the level where it was, but
My question to you is, Vic, do you ever think Drake can reach Drake level again? Because that continues to be the debate.
I think so.
And what era Drake are we talking about?
We're talking about prime, on top, fire.
I think so. I think it's doable. I wouldn't count him out. The same way I think that Kendrick Lamar can reach that level consistently. Do they want it? If Kendrick Lamar wants it right now, Kendrick Lamar can go on a 10-year run himself. Like, people think he can't. I think Kendrick Lamar has it in him. Kendrick Lamar is very, like, tasteful. Like, he knows the importance of a Playboi Carti and the importance of a Pusha T. So he gets on both their albums. Like, he's very intentional. He knows what's happening, the taste. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't have to just solely rely on his own music. So you give Kendrick Lamar that every year?
Yeah.
Like, he could do it. It could get better and better. It could be hit records. You know what I'm saying? It could get to that level, and it would drown out a lot of the Drake stuff. But when there's no competition, the field is clear. There's just more room for Drake. More room for Drake. And I think Drake, his essence when he came wasn't just relying of the features and like the et cetera. He got more into that bag later on into his career where he would do a feature with a Block Boy JB, Little Baby, et cetera. And then the songs would blow up. And then people were like, he's a culture vulture, et cetera. But he's working with them and the songs are fire and the shit's heat. Oh, he's stealing the swag. He's stealing the sauce. He's just collaborating. But if he gets back in his bag now, especially because he has no friends, really no friends, he can get back to that essence. It could be the best Drake music that, if not of all time, that we've gotten in a while. Maybe since Nothing Was the Same, that era.
My thing is, if he's not going to come on Iceman speaking introspectively, you can't depend on very, like, surface level music like he's made in the past where you're just chasing hits. Because, like you said, he has no friends. His first number one was with Rihanna. It was a feature. A lot of his number ones are features, Vic. A lot of, like, those mega smashes are
Yeah, but I'm
features.
talking about, like, the new niggas that
I know.
that people never heard of.
But what I'm saying is, if niggas...
Like Amigos, like these young
Yeah.
niggas that are coming up that are like smaller than him.
But we don't even
Rihanna
have
at that
many.
point, I think she was bigger than him at that
Yeah,
point.
of course. But my point is, there's not a lot of young niggas around right now that you'd even throw on a song
that are good.
Who even want to make music. And then the issue is where you can't go to other people, like other acts, because a lot of niggas see you as a snitch or they just don't want to do business with you because they find you shady. He's in a bad spot, bro.
When was the last time we saw that? Rod Wave, but he deleted the song or whatever happened. The song never came out. The album came out, but then there was a Rod Wave Drake song that never came out. Before that, I think maybe Four Bats, the Four Bats song.
The Four Bats song.
Which is huge, though. Because
Supposed to get the DJ Khaled song.
every girl was singing that Drake verse.
Yeah. Oh, you mean like young niggas he's done music with? Like, bro,
Blue wasn't Blue his name?
Young Blue.
Young Blue.
Last
Young
person-
Blue song was crazy.
Last person was what's his name? The New York nigga, Cash. That was the last young person he's made a song with.
Cash Cobain?
Yeah.
I think he's still...
He's in a bad spot, Vic.
Listen, I'm doubtful. Don't get me wrong. Yes, this is the worst that Drake's ever looked in his career. I keep saying it. But to count him out fully, how I feel like T-Pain is giving that energy of like... T-Pain's making it seem like as if Drake's done forever. And he's like, I wish he did it gracefully instead of being kicked out. Like, what are you talking about, T-Pain? Hold up. This nigga, when Drake was talking about that, he was talking about the end of his career. It's the end of Drake's career right now? Since when? I don't agree with that. And then Drake
It might be
says that it's resentment.
Trash.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's gonna be a crazy conversation. We gotta see when that happens. And T-Pain, Drake said that T-Pain has resentment. There's old tweets that resurfaced of T-Pain talking about Drake. In 2011, T-Pain says, I know y'all waiting on the album, but the last thing I need is a verse from Drake and the album is complete. 2011, T-Pain was waiting for a Drake verse, never got it. Then he says, by the way, the song with Drake is on with Drake on it is the next single as well. So that's why I haven't dropped the new single yet. Just letting y'all know. So the single for the album that T-Pain was dropping in 2011 was supposed to be the Drake feature, Drake song, etc. We have never to this day ever gotten a T-Pain and Drake collaboration. Could it be resentment held since then? Quite possible. Who knows? We don't know what happened behind the scenes, but we know that there's tweets, right? And there's more tweets about Drake. 2019, T-Pain says, is there a second T-Pain that they're trying to distinct me from? Nobody says singer, Taylor Swift. Nobody says guitarist, Carlos Santana. Nobody says rapper Drake. Just T-Pain would be fine. Unless they want to break out the GOT version, I guess Game of Thrones version, and name all my accomplishments for 15 minutes. That wasn't really like a shot at Drake, but he was just mentioning Drake. And then he says this in 2022, 3 years ago. It's all good. Soft dark niggas wasn't the wave at the time, but Drake made it okay to simp, I guess. Now people are understanding what I was saying all those years ago. It just took a light-skinned nigga to get y'all to listen, and I applaud him for winning the Beige Baby Lottery.
No, he's a hater.
That's some weird shit.
But this is why
it's a joke, but like, if you don't know Drake on a personal level, then Drake can interpret that as like, what's up with this nigga?
I know.
What's up with Teddy Payne? What's going on, Teddy Payne?
But let's be devil's advocate. That's how T-Pain acts.
T-Pain's
has
funny
this
as fuck.
reputation
T-Pain's funny as fuck.
of sounding petty, being funny, and like it's a known thing. Like, yo, T-Pain, like with the whole Usher thing.
Yeah.
Like we've seen him have instances with other major artists and like come off like, oh, you're a little bitter about the way things have turned out in life. So that's why I'm telling you, bro. I get it. You're right. Like this sounds bitter. I'm mad it's T-Pain that said it. But Vic, there is validity in the statement. The nigga he's going out bad right now.
Oh, he's going out bad. But he's not kicked out the game.
And I don't agree with that, yeah.
To say that he's kicked out the game is ridiculous. Also, there's legacy acts that niggas think that they got kicked out. Fat Joe hadn't dropped a hit in years. Fat Joe's independent, hadn't dropped a hit in years.
50 Cent's another one.
All the way up. 50 Cent. Like, these people are huge. These people are huge. Drake might just have to reach that level where like he takes a break and then he drops a random hit here and there, like a fucking like these legacy bigger acts. Which would suck in a sense because we're not used to Drake doing that. But to say he got kicked out as if like he's not here still is just ridiculous. As if people are not anticipating his album, as if people are not talking about him every single minute. Like, this nigga still is Drake. You know, like I don't get it. But like I said, I told you guys, every time shit happens, the song was Smiley.
Trash.
If you're just a regular viewer, you're like, oh, there's a new Drake song this weekend? You heard a new Drake song this weekend?
Yeah.
What new Drake song? Drake dropped a new song?
No,
yeah,
no
it's with this
promotion.
artist named Smiley. Oh, I've never heard of him. Let me press play. This is horrible. Why would Drake drop this? He was just in a beef. Wasn't he just in a beef? That's how people are interpreting it. But in reality, it's like, oh, Drake, this is his OVO artist, his homeboy from Toronto, Smiley. He promised him this feature, and he dropped it, did a video together. But it's like the timing.
It's terrible.
Why do this right now? Do this shit another time. Because you have the Tom Hanks, the mainstream bigger people that just know about this beef. Look at over the weekend, CM Punk. Did he say that to John Cena? He said that to someone during the wrestling match. He was like, you're my Drake or some shit. I'm Kendrick and you're my Drake. You're my bitch. Like, it's like, oh, that's the level of this that this rap beef has reached. So Drake's moves have to be his best moves. And I think that he's not realizing that. I think he's still relying on the fact that he thinks, oh, just because I'm Drake. No, nigga, it's not just because you're Drake no more. Now it's bigger than that. Now you have to think about the people that don't care about, that are not fans of you, diehard fans of you. Like, this is bigger than just that.
So let me ask a question for the room. Because oh my God, this is crazy. This has been the conversation for a week now on Twitter. Because of fucking, what's this nigga's name? Your favorite rapper. He says the most known rapper of all time.
T-Pain?
No.
Will Smith?
Will Smith, thank you. Will Smith went on a podcast and he talked about how there's a certain level of wealth where it's like negative in life because you get so detached from reality and you have all these issues that come with it. Is Drake just too rich? Is he at that level? And did he have too much fame and success for him to realize, yo, you're falling off, bro? Like the world, like the normal average person, is he so detached from them that he can't see his own demise in the horizon if he continues the way he is? Because I consider that every day that he hasn't noticed it yet.
It could be possible. It could be possible. I'll tell you this much, though.
If that's the case, he's in trouble.
Yeah, and on top of that, he could be, but I think of that, as time passes, I come to more appreciate a lot of the shit that he's done,
The run that he's had.
the run that he's had,
Mm-hmm.
the legacy that he's had. It was just a 7-year anniversary this weekend of Scorpion dropping, and the conversations are happening again. People are
Yep.
talking about Scorpion again.
The B side.
The B side, the A side. I forgot that was like a whole thing. I'm like, oh shit, remember the A side and the B side, and after the beef and everything that happened with that. Nice for what? Like, it was a big song, but Drake said it didn't happen until after the beef. Like, it motivated him. I'm like, oh shit, like what the fuck? And then again, the T-Pain. There's a interview resurfaced with T-Pain, who also said 7 years ago with Joe Budden talking about Scorpion, he says that B side, half of the B side, he says is him. Like, he feels like T-Pain, like he inspired Drake's B side, etc. Right? And he's like, that he loves Drake, but he feels like there's songs that Drake does that kind of like I'm saying right now. I do agree with T-Pain with this to an extent where he's like, just because he's Drake, he thinks that he can do it, and we're just gonna like it,
Yep.
right?
I agree.
But I will say this: that has been the case where it does happen.
Yeah, War was one of them.
There's songs that Drake does, and niggas be like, "Well, if someone else does it, you're not gonna like it." Of course not, nigga, because it's Drake. Like he gets to do that because he gets that luxury.
That's a lot of artists.
A lot of artists, but that luxury, I think, could be overused and misused.
It can also disappear once you fall out of favorability.
It's possible, but I think it's still there. I think it's still there
You
because
think it's still there?
nigga, Nokia's an example.
Bro,
That's not a stereotypical hit record. That's not a stereotypical. That's a very non-traditional song, and it's a hit record. Like that song can't be remixed. Like this, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a very different type of style song, and it's still a hit.
That Smiley song is no different than I Love McConan. There is
The Smiley song
The Smiley song is in the same like category
of sound. What do you
more
mean?
like that type of alternative, like
the
risky Tuesday. It's a risky alternative song.
Nigga, Tuesday was a smash before Drake even got on it.
It's still a risky song to co-sign and get on. It was the same with Versace. Versace was not a song you heard on randomly in the street. That was one region that had it. Smiley song is fire in Canada. It's like you said, Vic. He will hop on songs that are hot in a region, make it popular nationally, right? He doesn't have that. He doesn't have that luxury anymore. I don't believe he has it anymore.
I think it's just that the song's good. Like it has to be really good. Like really good.
Drake has made some bad songs look good, bro.
But like what?
Let me think. I gotta dig back.
One that maybe could come in mind. Well, I'm upset.
I hate that song.
I'm Obsessed, one of them.
But was it really like a hit? Or was it just a song we talked about? Was it a hit? Was it big?
It was big. That
People
one got
were
the
rocking with
Degrassi
it a lot.
video.
That song, no?
I'm upset.
It got the Degrassi video.
He
Ties.
dropped it
That
during the
shit's
diss
dope.
song pack.
Coge
No?
el micrófono, loco.
Was it?
Nah,
Oh yeah,
either-
bring it
either
there.
Sit with him or bring it this way.
Yeah.
Just pull the whole stand.
Mob Tie is definitely one of them for me.
Mob Ties.
I hated that song.
Mm.
I was not a
I
fan.
fuck
of it.
with Mob Ties.
Was not a. I thought that one. There's a song on Nothing Was the Same. Oh, Worst Behavior. You wouldn't like it.
Motherfuckers never loved us.
I
You wouldn't-
love that song.
You love it. You love it. You'd hate it if it wasn't a Drake song though. If a random nigga did that song, you wouldn't care as much.
Motherfucker.
Another one was
Remember?
So Far we're going home. Do-do-do-do-do-do. This you know
I
what I'm
got
saying.
my eyes on you.
It's because it's Drake.
Yeah,
That sounds like
everything
every
that
song in the
I
80s, bro.
want, my love and emotion.
Nah, bro.
It's
No,
a
come
hit
on,
record, though.
bro.
That's a
I
If
can't
Big Sean did that song, you wouldn't care.
What?
Because it was a moment for us.
I don't know, bro. I
Bro, you can
think
say that about anyone. I feel like.
No, you could say that about different artists and different genres of, and not just music and art and movies. A lot of niggas get away with some bullshit. They get away with shit you wouldn't be able to get away with if you was
But
an artist too.
If the majority of the people like it, is it bullshit though? Like, is it bad?
I think,
For example, the Smiley record is you can say it's bad because no one's fucking with it. But if it's number one, because that's the battle people are having right now. Nokia's not number one. Is it bullshit though?
I don't think it's a good song.
Nokia?
No, the Smiley song. Nokia.
no
I think is a
Over
good
the Top song. I don't know, bro. I fuck with that song too, though.
Which one?
The over the top one, the Smiley with Drake, right?
Is that what it is?
That's the one.
Tumasa. Over the Top's the old one.
No, Over the Top's. Oh no, this
a
new
new
one
one
was
that's called
ass.
Tumasa.
Nah, this new
Yeah,
one
yeah,
was
yeah.
ass. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a big fact.
He's
No,
ass. He
no
says
bullshit.
it's ass.
Cause I don't know. Like people hear Smiley and they hear a different like vibe that they're just
Yeah.
like they're not used to
Yeah.
like
Didn't Brian like Smiley, or did he
Nah,
hate
he
Smiley?
hates Smiley
Hated
too.
Smiley,
He
that's
hates
what it was.
Smiley too. But I fuck with Smiley. I don't know. He has like some shits that I'll play, but it's just like
I don't know.
it's just like he's a unique taste though.
nigga's
But
dog
I don't know.
water.
Drake couldn't save that last
That
song.
nigga
though,
is
for
hot
sure.
dog
That
water.
shit was bad.
That
Bro,
shit is
I'm
horrible.
even sitting here thinking of songs that niggas have made that's some bullshit. And you would never listen to, bro. There's some songs that Kendrick has dropped that niggas fuck with. Like, this shit is hot ass. You would hate it if someone else dropped
How
it.
about Chubbs, Drake's right-hand man, Chubbs, trolling T-Pain, posting on his story, tagging T-Pain. He's in a DJ booth, and he's like, play T-Pain, play T-Pain. And the DJ's like fake ignoring him, and then the DJ eventually plays Nokia. And then Chubbs is like, fuck, I hate Drake. Like, he's pretending to be like a Drake hater that just wants to play a T-Pain song, right? People are like, oh, it's corny. What do niggas expect? Do you expect Chubbs not to troll T-Pain? If the whole camp, you can tell that they obviously feel like the way that Drake feels like. They feel like he has resentment towards Drake. You think that Chubbs not gonna ride for Drake and not gonna troll like T-Pain? We should be happy that that's happening,
Let's see how old T-Pain is.
rather than some other shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it doesn't need to get to that level. It's not gonna get to that level.
No.
We don't even need to see a rap beef between Drake and T-Pain, a physical violence. It's not to that level. But Drake would know more than us, especially behind the scenes. There's the tweets, the little comments. The nigga might feel like, yo, T-Pain has resentment towards me. Like, why does he always say little slick things about me? Like, he shows me love, but then there's like a backhanded compliment also.
Are they peers?
Peers?
Or is one an OG?
T-Pain swears like as if, and I think he did have influence to Drake,
No, he did.
but
T-Pain had a lot of influence.
Yo, Vic,
100%. But we're not gonna act like
he changed music forever.
100%. But what was T-Pain's main thing?
Auto-tune.
Auto-tune. But we're talking about context of music.
Has Drake's thing ever been auto-tune?
No, but
So
Drake's...
what are niggas talking about? Do
But
niggas
look-
make fun of Drake all the time for you need auto-tune?
Nah,
For the
Vic,
singing.
don't do this. Don't do this.
Melodic shit, yes. But aside from that,
He's still altering his voice on them songs. That's not acceptable until T-Pain comes in.
but that's more on the lines of like, let's say a Lil Wayne. Like there's more people you can directly tie the T-Pain influence to than a Drake.
My thing is...
Drake was doing that shit. And
How
we might
about
have to look up the
how
dates.
about the
If-
context?
We might have to look up the
No,
dates.
how about
Because
the
when did
context?
Comeback Season drop?
How about the context
Comeback
of the
Season
music?
came out in 2006.
When did... That's before T-Pain. No?
I mean, like, how
When's
you-
T-Pain's first album?
I'm telling you right now, I'm ChatGPT.
Because we gotta be honest here. Because T-Pain is like, yo, there's no Drake without me, damn near.
No, but how
They're
you
around the
mentioned
same age.
how you
That's why I'm
mentioned
asking
earlier, like T-Pain was waiting for that feature. So
Okay, so
probably
his
to this
first album
day,
was 2005.
He's like, damn, because of that feature, I'm gonna always just have something towards you. So now that he's finally seeing like Drake is on that little fall off now, like this, because hasn't really been a fall off for him. People just hate on the music sometimes just to hate, but he'll always have some bangers on the album.
you see.
But now it's just like T-Pain's probably like, all right, now I'm seeing that he really can't back up what he's doing. And he still has that from that day, probably like, yo, you never gave me my single. Now it's my turn to just,
Yeah.
always give those comments and stuff like that.
That I agree with. This is about him not giving him the single, which is fine. That's hater shit. It's whatever. But T-Pain gave this nigga the sound. Bro, 2005 was when his first album came out. It reached number 8 on Billboard. So, and I'm in Love with a Stripper was on that album.
That
2007
was pre-Drake?
is when Comeback Season came out. 2009, because Comeback Season's not even a lot of like R&B melodic shit. The melodic shit came on So Far Gone, which came out in 2009. Vic, I vividly remember that Kanye had to make songs with T-Pain because he was the only one willing to do what he was trying to do. Like, this was a thing back then. These niggas were still in gangster rap with G-Unit, all of them. Drake got influenced by these people. We can't deny this. I remember this, bro.
Fuck that nigga T-Pain.
Nah, you can't do that.
you can't do
T-Pain's
that.
the OG.
T-Pain.
He's the OG, bro.
Fuck T-Pain.
He was the blueprint.
T-Pain, bro, T-Pain's
Fuck
like a
T-Pain.
grandfather,
Bro,
bro.
you say, Drake saying fuck T-Pain is like Travis Scott saying fuck Kid Cudi. Nigga, there is nothing. Without Kid Cudi, there's no Travis. Without T-Pain, there's no Drake, bro. It's the truth.
Nah, I love T-Pain. I don't know if that's the truth.
It is.
I think it's possible.
Niggas
but I don't
open
think it's
doors
the
for
truth.
other niggas, bro.
But just because niggas dropped, like, it doesn't mean like Drake was like, I want to be like T-Pain.
That's not true because he was rapping like Joe Budden in 2006.
But he acknowledged that. Drake acknowledges his influences.
I mean,
Drake's never acknowledged,
that is
nigga,
true.
I wanted to be T-Pain. Now, if Drake said that, it's a different conversation. Because
I wanna look this
Drake
up.
has...
Also,
maybe he said that before.
I'm looking up my
Maybe
ChatGPT.
Drake has said it before.
bro, also too, that era is straight rap, bro. Like shit was straight just, bro. If you didn't know how to rap, you wasn't being in the game.
Unless you're like T-Pain and Kanye West.
But you had to have that unique like thing that brought you into it. And T-Pain was a singer, really like just straight. He was more on a singing vibe. So when Drake did that transition of now I'm a rap, I have the rap thing solidified. Now I'm gonna start singing with it and really change the game and put it all together. That's when he really started just taking over. But in the beginning, he was a rapper though. Like he was straight. Like he was trying. He definitely had those influences.
In a
Hit him,
recent
hit him,
hot
hit him.
new hip hop
Hit him.
profile, it's noted
He said
Drake has
T-Pain?
credited T-Pain as a key influence. His breakout 2009 mixtape, So Far Gone, reflected that auto-tune driven emotional approach to blending rap and melody. Drake,
I could start seeing. I
yeah,
could see
literally,
that, though.
it says it. Hot new hip hop.
Let
Let me see.
Read it, nigga. Chat GBT.
Oh, yeah. AI.
ChatGPT.
AI. This is not real. This is AI.
AI.
This nigga got some AI articles. Get the shit out of here. Fuck T-Pain.